I'm sorry. Wrestling's wrestling, and you have to start somewhere. So, who knows? Maybe I could be seeing the next Seth Rollins. No. No one can compete with Seth and Dean. Okay. Signing off now. Bye.
All right, Sal. Let's get into
things. That was a
things.
great report.
I know it was. I'm so proud of her for doing stuff out of her comfort zone and being so public about things. We're such assholes sometimes. We really are.
Watch out, we're laughing too much, Blake.
Well, let's get into shit. You know, Sal, for years on this show I complained that the WWE theme music for pay-per-views was terrible. And then NXT came along and got great music. Got great fucking music.
They changed the game.
I love it. I love the fact that we're playing unknown bands and shit like that on this show because of this. So Power Trip, Executioner's Tax is the theme music for NXT Takeover War Games.
Yay!
And we'll get into the War Games match in a few minutes. Before things first, let's get through this show. First of all, I don't understand why this match is not only the pre-show match, but it's the pre-show dark match that's going to be taped for television next week. I don't understand the logic here.
That.
So it is the WWE United Kingdom Championship match between Pete Dunne and Johnny Gargano. This is going to be a great match. Trav, what are you thinking here?
I mean, yes, it's going to be a good match. I don't even mind that it's not on TakeOver itself because it hasn't been promoted, which is a reason I'm not particularly excited for the match. Number one, there's no build, there's no issue between Gargano and Pete Dunne. And what has Gargano done to get a UK title shot? Also, how does he qualify for a UK title shot? Not even wins and losses, but, he's American? I thought there was going to be some kind of consistency to that title. I hoped it didn't become the European Championship, which was established for European tours. And then, let's defend the European title in the opening match in Des Moines. There's no issue between the two wrestlers and nothing to earn a title shot. He's like 0 for his last, 3 big matches, and the fact that he's not British.
Yeah,
it's not even. It's like, okay, you're not British, fine. If you were if the show was being held somewhere in the UK or over there somewhere in Wales or something, and an American got a title shot, fine. I'd look past that. That's really not a really big deal as far as your nationality. But yeah, what's Gargano done to earn the title shot?
What's funny about this
I hate Pete Dunne, and I'd love him to lose that title. I don't think Tyler Bate should have lost back in the summer. So, but yeah, I can't get excited about this match.
What's funny about this match for me is it did come out of nowhere. And what's funny about it is anytime they do a UK Championship match on NXT, it kind of comes out of nowhere. Every single time they do it. Because they did Pete Dunne and Wolfgang for no real apparent reason. And they did matches like that. Or I'm like, why are we having this match? I don't understand it.
I understand because there is no UK TV. So unless you're following whatever being defended, I don't know, in Progress or not?
Yeah, Progress is
Evolve or something.
They defend it on Progress once in a while.
Yeah, there's no storyline consistency. There's no storyline period, let alone consistency. There's just nothing because there is no TV. So it's just always, I think, going to feel unless they would have a month ago said, hey, and a Takeover Survivor Series or a Takeover Houston, we're going to have this UK title match between Dunne. still there's no issue, no feud, but at least you have a feud with not just matches. So.
Yeah, I get you. Sal, what are you thinking during all this?
I don't see a true reason why Pete Dunne would be, especially when it's short notice type of a thing, and I don't see Gargano winning the title and then all of a sudden going over to Europe to start giving shows and stuff. So I'm going to assume that the title is going to stay where it is.
I'm assuming the same thing, especially because, and for those who don't know this because you're a little behind on Progress, Pete Dunne has dropped the Progress Championship in the last couple of months. He is no longer the Progress Champion. So that does say something to me that at least Progress realized, oh, well, he's holding the WWE Championship. We could also use the championship on our shows in the future. So we should just do that and have extra matches that way. Let's move on to the show here. We have Cassius Ohno taking on Lars Sullivan. I didn't even know this match was actually officially happening until I was putting this card together. Trav, what are you thinking here?
He asked for that match last week on NXT. Just the Regal's office and was like, I want to take on the big guy. If I'm the
fair enough.
It made a lot of sense because in the title picture or anything, and he's like, hey, if I can beat Sullivan, people are going to have to take me seriously. I can make a name. He's already a name, but immediately probably be thrust into more important matches if he can knock Sullivan, which I don't see happening.
Yeah, I don't see Sullivan losing this match. Sal, what do you think?
No, I agree.
Okay. Let's move on to a storyline that I've enjoyed the shit out of for the last 2 months, and it is Aleister Black versus the Velveteen Dream. I never thought I'd be this excited for this kind of a matchup. I'm not going to lie, but I really am excited for this. It's obvious Aleister Black's going to win, but Trav, what have you thought of the storyline?
I think it's still living off of that first promo exchange or interaction in the ring. It wasn't really much of an exchange. That's kind of been the crux of the feud. It's one-sided. One guy won't acknowledge the other. I'm excited to see Patrick Clark in a high-profile match with a guy that can work. Aleister Black, to me, was the highlight of WrestleMania weekend this past April. The entire weekend, his debut, his match, his entire thing was it for me. I really, really dig Aleister Black, but I also really, really dig Velveteen. So this is going to be interesting. I'm very confident both guys are going to come out better at the end of this match, no matter the winner, which I assume will be Aleister.
Yeah,
and I believe it's going to continue. I don't think this is it by no means. I don't think it'll get extended to Royal Rumble Takeover or anything, but they'll have some TV matches in the next 3 months.
What's fun about this is that they apparently have been doing this match on some house shows, and apparently they're tearing the roof down. The two of them.
Nice.
So I'm excited. I'm excited for this match a lot. Sal, what do you think? I know we were joking about the Velveteen Dream recently, but what are you thinking about this matchup?
I actually got a chance to watch some NXT over the past couple of days. The chemistry between the two is actually very good, and and I agree. I mean, I feel like this won't be the end just because these two have been doing so well together. I guess just for shits and giggles, I'll say Aleister Black will win, but I guess we can expect another match later on, and then maybe we'll have a three-peat kind of a thing.
What's fun about it, at least, is this is one of those feuds that you can do as a main event of an NXT show, and be like, oh, I'll watch that show.
Right.
I'm definitely going to watch that.
Right.
Because I want to see the two of them have another match. And that's the good thing about NXT lately. They've been doing that a lot, where they have these awesome main events. It's like, oh, okay, I'll watch NXT for that match for sure. So
Right.
Yeah, NXT has been the most consistent show all year. I mean, they had a
Agreed.
little lull when they called a bunch of folks up, but
Right.
man, they're just super
They
consistent.
rebounded.
Even say it again.
They
Sal?
did rebound nicely after that, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was that lull, and especially like with the women, then the main event scene, the main event men's, like everybody like left, and they with a slim roster, you know, got themselves through, built up guys, built up some women, and now they're and even the tag division, which I think isn't as like, I'm not the most very excited about War Games, but I don't think the tag division is what it was this time last year. But it's still, when you have the other two divisions hitting on all cylinders, you know, one can not be, and it doesn't hurt the show at all. So yeah, I'm looking forward to NXT going forward. I'm always looking forward to NXT. It's the best, most consistent show week after week, and it has been for the last 2 years.
There's a nice segue to our next match, which is the War Games match. And I just looked it up. Is it the first official War Games match in 17 years? Which is an absolutely ridiculous number. September 2000 was the last time.
Yeah, I was going to say WCW had a War Games in 2000.
Yeah, on Monday Night Nitro, the Monday Night Nitro, on September 4th, 2000. So, that sounds like WCW in the early 2000s. That really does.
Yeah.
So,
that was the middle of the end. I think the beginning of the end started a long time before that. Yeah.
So anyway, we have the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong versus Sanity, Alexander Wolf, Killing Dane, and Eric Young versus the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly. Sal, I know you are ecstatic for War Games. Can you explain to me why you're so ecstatic for War Games?
I just the nostalgia thing. I mean, it's an old WCW staple. I think that's basically what it is. It's just going to be exciting to see it back on TV. As far as winner, I mean, I guess the Undisputed Era. I mean, let's just keep this thing going with them.
Yeah, it's weird because we're talking about this match, and I'm like, this is a weird one because I'm not really sure. I understand why Roddy's in this match because he has the feud with Undisputed Era, but tagging him with the Authors of Pain is just weird to me. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
But they needed a partner for this because Sanity is Sanity, and I actually really enjoy Sanity.
Right.
And I'll get into more of my real crush out of Sanity later in the women's match. I'll get to that later. But and the Undisputed Era is fun, and I really like Cole and O'Reilly and Fish. So I expect the Undisputed Era to win this thing. I expect it to be brutal because unlike WWE, NXT is actually allowed to actually take chances and have some fun and actually be adults and have a really, really crazy match. And if it bleeds, it'll happen. No big deal. Trav, your thoughts?
Okay. One, I hated WCW growing up. I stopped watching wrestling in 93 and didn't come back till 99. So I missed, NWO and the rise of Austin and in real time. I missed all that stuff. So I don't have any kind of nostalgia. My memories of WCW is it was an inferior wrestling product to the WWF, and it just not even inferior. I just didn't like it. You know, even going back to when I was 6 in the NWA, and it just wasn't my thing. The glitz and the fireworks and stuff was what I enjoyed about WWF. So I don't have any, any warm and fuzzies for War Games or the triple cage or the uncensored barbed wire cage matches or any of that kooky nonsense WCW did. And also this feud, if you can, I guess you can call it that. I don't want to undermine it too much, but I don't care for this 3-way feud. I think this thing would have been much better if they would have picked one team to feud Undisputed Era with and not had this 3-way this 3-on-3-on-3 thing going. If let Sanity